So many feelings was hurt this past weekend when y'all came to the realization that a lot, in fact, most black celebrities are MAGA. And they're MAGA and they're also anti-black. Let's dig into the MAGA part first. Most people, and this is something that we've all been having conversations about, but the conversations have been incomplete, want generational wealth. They want to be able to pass on wealth to their children. That's what we've all been talking about for decades and decades and decades. That is an incomplete conversation because generational wealth is based on exploiting an exploitative tax code. And what happens is these celebrities, they get an accountant, and the accountant says to them, if you vote for Kamala, this is how much you're going to pay in taxes. If you vote for Felon 47, this is how much you're going to pay in taxes, right? And that difference is telling you everything you need to know about who that person is. And you all need to accept that a lot of black people, a lot of women, a lot of black immigrants, a lot of Latinos, a lot of them are Republican because they want that margin. They want that money in that margin, and they don't care. They don't care about what happens to anybody that is not in their immediate family. And I know it's hard to accept, but racism is not a deal breaker for most people. Most people will say, if this person is racist, but they can get me money, then I want my money. And most people will say, well, if girls are getting raped in detention centers, but I got my money, I don't know none of them girls, that's not my issue. That don't have nothing to do with me. They can rationalize any level of cruelty and harm that comes to someone else because it is not affecting them personally, but their money is affecting them and their children. And in this culture, in this country, all we are taught to care about is ourselves. And so 300,000 black women losing their jobs does not matter to Chilli or Salt and Pepper or none of these people. Nobody in their circle lost their job. People that me and you know lost their jobs. So they don't care. We need to accept that capitalism is rooted in exploitation and anti-blackness. And capitalists, whether they are white or black, care about money. They don't care about community. They don't care about children. They don't care about black people or brown people, and they don't care about you.
I saw someone on Twitter say we need a black MAGA list, so fuck it, challenge accepted. I'm about to show y'all celebrities who've either vocally supported Trump, performed at an event of his, or follow a bunch of MAGA people, and I think they're MAGA. Starting off with Lil Wayne, because I feel like y'all don't be giving him enough smoke. He literally endorsed Donald Trump in 2020 and popped out with him right before the election. This is a sleeper one I really don't be hearing y'all talk about. Deion Sanders follows like the entire Trump family. When I peeped this, I unfollowed him. A couple of months ago, NBA YoungBoy said that his album Make America Slime Again is inspired by Make America Great Again and that we should all follow what Trump applies. Y'all shouldn't be surprised about this one. Tiger Woods thinks he's a white man, but Tiger Woods is a Trump supporter and he's actually dating the mother of one of Trump's grandchildren. Tristan Thompson is literally Canadian but just visited the White House and was talking about how much he loves what Donald Trump is doing with the country. Some of y'all may try to tussle on if Ice Cube is a Trump supporter or not, but he worked very closely with the Trump campaign on a platinum plan for Black Americans that they never executed, and he was really propping them up with that, so I'm going to include Ice Cube. Waka Flocka has continuously praised Trump, his policies. He tries to say he's not a Trump supporter, but like he's been a vocal Trump supporter many times. Nelly performed at an event in 2025 to celebrate Donald Trump's inauguration. Y'all already know about this bird brain right here. Snoop Dogg, another one who doesn't get enough smoke, he performed at Trump's crypto ball. Another bird brain, you can look at her and tell she's a Trump supporter. Y'all probably saw the interview from the other day of Nick Cannon talking about how he likes some of Trump's policies. Mike Tyson, big Trump supporter, look it up. The newest MAGA bird on the block, she tried to say she's not MAGA, but there's new audio of T-Boz saying that her group member voted for Trump. All right, and then people have been talking about big boys following. The one thing that I will say, the POTUS account and the White House account, he could have been following because they archived the accounts and then basically changed it. But the real Trumplican account, there's no real explanation for that. So, I don't know, he could be. All right, part 2, Black MAGA list. Let's get into it. Rick Ross recently performed at the crypto ball celebrating Donald Trump's inauguration. And he was so pressed that recently their planes were next to each other and he posted this Billionaires Row photo. Tina Campbell from Mary and Mary, strong Trump supporter, says it is because of her faith. Kodak Black, another Trump supporter, pretty sure he supported him because he was pardoned. In 2024, Swaley encouraged people to vote for Donald Trump and not Kamala Harris. CTE Antonio Brown actively, strongly supported Donald Trump in the 2024 election. Ray J, another Donald Trump supporter, took this picture of Amber Rose celebrating after the election in 2024. Kanye, y'all already know, Donald Trump is his man. Detroit rappers Peasy and I Swear Vezo posted up with Donald Trump in 2024. Saquon really pissed me off. I will always remember this happening, but Saquon was pressed to be posted up with Donald Trump, went golfing with him, went to the Eagles' White House visit, all of that, certified coon. Teddy Riley is another Trump supporter, I believe because Donald Trump pardoned his brother. He praised him a lot for that. While we're on the subject of pardons, I was looking into Boosie, y'all. I think that he is tap dancing for Donald Trump because he is pressed for a pardon. I really think he would support anyone who would give him a pardon, but I don't know. Take with that what you will. Dennis Rodman, big Trump supporter. They've been friends for a long time, and he even was trying to be like a diplomat for Donald Trump to North Korea. Patrick Mahomes, no one should be surprised by this. Another one who thinks he's white. His wife is a huge Trump supporter. His mother is a huge Trump supporter. I don't think he's come out publicly about it, but all of his family has, and you can connect the dots. Stacey Dash, pretty sure y'all know about this one already. She endorsed him in 2016 and then tried to kind of walk it back in 2021 after the January 6th insurrection. A lot of y'all were commenting about Shaq. I don't know if he actually voted for him. They ran into each other at a UFC fight last year and they were very friendly. And I believe Shaq has said that Donald Trump is a friend of his. CeeLo Green recently performed for an event at Trump at his country club, Mar-a-Lago. A lot of y'all were commenting about Sexy Red. She's confusing because first she was like she's supporting Trump. Then she said she voted for Kamala Harris. And then after Trump was elected, she performed at a wedding for one of his Trump advisors and it was very cringe. So I don't know. Take with that what you will. But she's another one I think will do and support anyone for a check.
Are a celebrity. You are a black celebrity. If you like, be my brother. If you like, be my blood. If you like, be my husband. But as long as you are a celebrity, you went ahead to support what is actually happening and you went ahead to support this orange man, you deserve to be boycotted. And you know one thing those celebrities forget is the fact that whenever they are doing all of their thing, they thought it is going to be in the hidden until when God start exposing their acts. Now you can see how black people literally sat down, list their name one after the other. Let me go ahead first and roll out this other clip I have for you guys so that you guys can literally see every single thing that has literally transpired from Genesis to Revelation. Then I'll come back and say whatever I want to say. Credit belongs to the original creators of every single clips and stitches we have in our today's episode. I want to say a very big thank you to every single one of you liking, commenting, sharing, dropping super thanks, and also joining my membership. I do not take you guys for granted. You guys are absolutely the best. And yes, guys, with that being said, let's dive right into this video. I'll be back with commentaries. Let's go watch.
Girl, you were even rocking with Charlie Kirk? Charlie Kirk, Chilli? Oh my God. It just gets worse by the day with you. Why lie though? Why lie? Why deny it? Just come out with it and just say who you like and who you support. Like denying the whole thing, it makes it even worse. Like, I don't get it. All we got left, y'all, now is the tea, y'all, and the group. What next? Michelle Williams? Now, Michelle, if you come out here out the gates with this shit, I'm gonna lose my damn mind.
So, Chilli from TLC has been donating to MAGA Republicans to support Trump's campaign in 2024.
Yeah, let's move it. Boo.
Why, Chilli? I mean, first, it was Omarosa, it was Kanye, it was Nicki, and now, Chilli. What is happening? I mean, I know it happened in 2024, but
Hey y'all, so I've been seeing the discourse that's been floating around on threads and other sites where people are like, TLC is MAGA, right? And then we're some that are confused thinking we're talking about TLC, the Learning Channel. And no, it's TLC, the group. And this stems from this post right here that Chilli from TLC reposted where it states that Michelle Obama registered to vote as a man. So spewing that propaganda that we know this racist rhetoric that Michelle Obama is a man. And Chilli reposted this and it was up on her page as of just a few weeks ago. Okay. So this was there and she meant for it to be there. And I'm confused as to why all of y'all are confused that she might possibly be MAGA, because just 2 years ago, February 2024, this woman got mad at someone that made a comment that she was chocolate. So it was a video of her dancing with her boyfriend, Matthew Lawrence. And the woman was like, ooh, look at her chocolate self go. And this woman actually got mad and said caramel, not chocolate. And the woman was like, Chilli don't think she's chocolate? That's odd. Chocolate is beautiful. She then came back with a whole quip about, I'm not saying chocolate's not beautiful, but I'm caramel. And basically stated that when she doesn't have any sun, she's caramel complected. Ma'am, every time we've seen you from the 90s till now, you ain't never been caramel. Never. We never looked at you in the group as the caramel one. Stop the madness. So this is why it's like y'all are shocked that she's MAGA. I'm not, because her whole page is Bible verses, Christian nationalist rhetoric, colorism. What's next? And then you have the one stating, well, it's not T-Boz, it's just Chilli. Okay, I don't know what T-Boz's situation is, but I will say this. We are consistently telling women that are married to MAGA people or that are in relationship and family with MAGA people, if you are still fraternizing with MAGA, you're complicit. So we can't sit up here now, black folks, and be like, well, not T-Boz, because we want to hold certain people close to us. Because if she's still doing music and entertaining with this chick who we know they just released a whole concert, then clearly she is complicit in this person's MAGA-ism. She is complicit with helping this MAGA continue to get money. You can't have it both ways. If she's still working with her and she ain't denounced the MAGA-ness, then she's still working to help a MAGA make money. And it's sad because as much sickle cell research as Donald Trump has eliminated, you would think that they're that close. Chilli, you wouldn't be supporting somebody that's getting rid of research that affects someone so close to you. But as I said before, these people will show you who they really are. Believe them.
Okay, so there are a certain group of black people who hit a certain tax bracket. Because they hit that certain tax bracket, they do not look at politics in the same way that the average black person actually does, because they look at politics for how it's going to benefit them financially. And that's really it. That's usually the baseline. Every now and then you're going to get somebody that has a religious stance and they're black, and so they're going to, not to mention that truthfully 80% of the black community is conservative in their own way. If they could be conservative and be Republican and it'd be okay, they would. They just simply know it's just at this point, it's so far gone, it's almost impossible. You almost have to be a Democrat. So all this controversy around Chilli is just very interesting. Because number one, I'm not surprised. And secondly, I'm more shocked at how shocked everybody else is. Not all black people are Democrats. And black people are conservative in their own way.
The internet is staying on Chilli's neck. And at this point, the best option for her is probably to log off social media before she makes things worse. Because now the singer is trending again after fans notice she has removed all of the MAGA-related content she liked on her Instagram account. You see, when news about Chilli donating to Trump's campaign went viral, along with the singer reposting some conspiracy theory about former First Lady Michelle Obama, so did the MAGA-related posts she liked on Instagram, like Instagram account ATL Scoop announcing Donald Trump won Georgia, and another one of their posts announcing Trump will become the 47th president of the United States. However, after looking at the posts again, it appears Chilli has been spending a lot of time trying to clean up her digital footprint because her likes on both posts have been removed.
The singer even unfollowed Republican House Representative Byron Donalds, who's also a huge supporter of Trump and the MAGA movement. But unfortunately for Chilli, she'll never be able to escape this because the screenshots have been posted all over the internet and will live forever online.
Update on Trump supporter LaToya Jane.
The climate of our country, these Epstein files, and everything that's going on, other than the obvious, what are we, as a citizen of America, going to do about it? My question is, especially to everyone that voted for Kamala and was talking shit to me about voting for Trump, which I told y'all I regret doing, I regret voting anyway. But my question is, if Kamala Harris isn't on the files, because we ain't heard a peep from her. We ain't heard a peep from a lot of people. But if she's really not on these files, as many blind followers as she had, why is she not out here leading this revolution? Wouldn't it make sense for this so-called alleged black woman that's allegedly not on these files, according to y'all, to actually step up and lead a revolution? Why is she quiet as a church mouse? The people that voted against her, those people that voted against her, like myself, maybe we'll have a little bit more respect for her and actually look at her different. And maybe we would damn, maybe we should have voted for her. She ran for president. Why not run to go against all this bullshit? And really make a change. When are we gonna be tired? When are we really gonna be tired? We're so outraged as a country. They eating the babies, they eating the people, they kidnapping kids. It's so many victims. It's so much unimaginable things happening. Everything has been proven to be true. So when are we as a people? I'm not talking race. I'm not talking the color of our skin. I'm talking about everybody that is not a part of this elite bloodline. When are we going to actually step up and be a part of the revolution? What y'all leaving homegirl gonna do? Is she gonna come out and at least say something? What are we gonna do as people? What your girl Kamala Harris gonna do? Is she, because she wanna, she's supposed to be a black person. What we gonna do? Our country's a shit show, and it has been for centuries. And we can actually come together and make this shit collapse.
Okay, say you're in a relationship with this guy, and we're gonna call him Barry. The relationship has its ups and downs, but for the most part, it's going pretty well. His friends become your friends become his friends, and you create mutual friends along the way. Along comes this wise guy that you already know. We're gonna call him Trent. And he's flirted with you before and you weren't interested, but now you're like, I don't know. Trent has money and he comes off like a boss because of the way he stands up to people. He's unintentionally funny and he has a whole clique behind him. It seems like a lot of people really like him. Compared to Trent, Barry starts looking real boring to you. I mean, he likes to save money, he's not the life of the party, and he can't laugh at a petty joke about other people. On top of that, Trent and his friends are dragging Barry, talking about he don't even really have no motion for real. So you break it off with Barry and you go with Trent, and at first you are having the time of your life. Trent's friends become your friends and it's a party every weekend. You don't miss Barry and y'all's mutual friends for 1 second. But soon enough, you start to realize that Trent is kind of all over the place because yes, he likes to have fun, but he has yet to take you seriously. Then he starts disappearing on you and you realize that you are spending way more time with who you thought were his close friends than you are with him. You end up finding out that the people who are actually his closest friends are people like him who have money. You express your concerns to the people who you thought were his close friends, and because of the way they give you backlash, you realize that they're not his friends at all. They're groupies. You try to reason with them and they tell you to fuck all the way off because they were never your friend. They just like you because you like Trent. Trent sold you a dream and he played you like a fiddle. You feel stupid. Now you got Barry on your mind because your involvement with Trent made you realize that Barry really did care for you. You also realize that you severed ties with people who were truly your friends when you were with Barry. So after getting with Trent, who along with his minions dragged Barry through the mud, you make the bold move of calling on Barry to give you a second chance. How do you think you're looking right now, huh? Barry's on his healing journey, you had your chance, and the only thing he has to say to you now is keep your head up because there is someone out there for you. Your regrets on voting for Trump have nothing to do with Kamala Harris. Leave her alone.
Y'all, these parasocial relationships y'all are having with these celebrities, you're starting to look like MAGA. Like I currently right now have mutuals who literally will no longer engage with any of my content because I do not like Cardi B and I don't like Drake. Mind you, I don't like Cardi B because she's a fucking colorist bird. None of her music, she's not spitting any bars like Megan. None of her music is relatable to me or makes me feel anything as a 36-year-old married woman with kids. And we aren't far in age and she's acting like someone in their early 20s. And she doesn't like black women for real. Y'all will be like, well, she brings Megan on stage. She brings Lil' Kim on stage. She has this feature, that feature, baby. I can tell when a bitch is a girl's girl and loves black women down. She is not. That is all for her image, allegedly. And Drake, let's be so fucking for real. Let's start with this. If Nicki MAGA-age is, MAGA, Lil Wayne is MAGA, Drake's been rubbing elbows with MAGA-adjacent people. At what point do you realize that this man aligns himself with those values? Number one. Number two, none of my favorites have been accused of entertaining any type of minor activity at any capacity. I'm a mother first, okay? I'm a woman and a mother first. That man, Kendrick was not lying on that man. Then you want to sue people. You want to be acting all Karen-ish. He acts exactly like he has a white mother. And then you want to go and say Kendrick makes slave music. Tell me that that is not a typical white person microaggression. Grew up in white suburbia. That statement alone immediately triggered me because I knew what he meant by that. Like, come on. It gets to a point where y'all see your favorites doing a bunch of bullshit and y'all would rather just turn a blind eye, not speak on it at all, not say nothing, than actually be like, you know what, I love this person down, but yeah, damn, what they're doing is kind of messed up. What they're saying, I'm not necessarily agreeing with, but that's my people. I still rock with them. It literally is not that hard. And y'all are starting to do the same exact things that MAGA do. Move the goalposts or just completely silent when shit is going on. And now y'all want to start acting funky towards me over a celeb you don't even fucking know. You don't know. And this is the thing. Y'all clearly aren't following my platform because no one is off limits, including my damn self. I get up on here and talk shit about me, okay? I cannot, out of all the years that I have not only been on TikTok, but on a lot of my other social media platforms, I practice what I preach, so I cannot get up on here saying all the stuff that I'm saying, and then when major stuff is popping off, I'm just quiet because it's my fave baby. I'm telling you, that horse lady, Beyonce Giselle, Knowles Carter got one more chance with me to piss me off, and I'm good on her. There's so many great music artists out there that you could be listening to, but y'all want to hold on to this fucking nostalgia for some ungodly reason, and you cannot move on. I have deleted so much music from my phone because it's not even that serious. It is that serious, but it's not at the same time. It takes all of 2 seconds, and I can go and find another artist that, maybe supports the things that I do and pay them and give them money, because every time you stream these artists, you're putting money in their pockets and what the fuck they support. And this is the thing about celebrities too that pisses me off is like, do y'all not know that we're broke? So literally give us any fucking reason to not support anything you are doing. All these people like Chilli from TLC and all this shit, babe, we ain't even got the money already. So please give us a reason not to spend it and use it on something else. I don't think these celebs are getting that their shenanigans that they used to pull, they can't pull that shit now because we will not show up. We won't show up. Even this whole J. Cole discourse, I'm mad at myself because I was trying to be mindful and nice because I know how his fan base is. They're just like, Drake stands and all this shit. And I was trying to be mindful of his recent album. But I told y'all I was not vibing with that shit for a reason. And now look at all these interviews and everything that he has going on is making me realize you are just as much of a fucking cornball that Drake is. And I'm good. The fall off, you lived up to that title because you're about to fall off. I wish he would have just shut the fuck up and never did these interviews. I don't know why they do this when they have a tour coming up. So now I'm gonna save my money and I'm not going to that concert. I am not spending another fucking dime on J. Cole. I really do not care. Then it's like even with Usher, like y'all will literally avoid all the signs of somebody showing you who the fuck they are. And then when the most atrocious thing comes out later down the line, then y'all want to be like, oh my God, I'm so shocked. I didn't know. Maybe they've been showing us signs. Usher been a loser for a long time. A loser for a very long time. Musically, the man was brilliant, is brilliant. I do love, his catalog and everything like that. I'm not knocking that. But his talking points is giving you're an abuser allegedly as well. You are a fucking abuser. I don't see why I'm getting chastised for having morals and boundaries and beliefs. I will never understand that. Meanwhile, y'all are just accepting and okay with anything. And there is layers to that. Okay, this may be how you were brought up, raised, what your, life has been, and this is just how you react to certain things. I get all of that. But come on, we have literally got to be so fucking for real and stop turning a blind eye to these celebrities who do not give a fuck about us. They just want our money. And I know, now I'm sounding conspiracy theorist, tinfoil hat, too woke all of a sudden, but I want better for my people. That's all.
The black community has every right to cancel black celebrities that express their support for Donald Trump. If you feel like someone has betrayed you, you have every right to cancel them. I'm talking about the black celebrities that have revealed, or it came to light, that they supported and or voted for Donald Trump and then they feel that cold chill from their fan base, and they seem surprised, but they must be tone deaf. Here's why I say people like Chilli from TLC, Nick Cannon, Nicki Minaj, Amber Rose, and others, particularly in the black community. Here's the problem. If you're in a pick me industry, and by pick me, I mean someone has to pick your music and they pay for it. Someone has to pick your concert over someone else and they pay for it. And if they have paid for it long enough to make you wealthy, to make you famous, and you continue to depend on that fan base to put money in your pocket and build your net worth to whatever it is, and suddenly it comes out that you support Donald Trump, expect to get burned because they're pissed off. And here's why they're pissed off and why they have a reason to be pissed off. If I'm a black person and I'm out here in this world trying to make it, trying to improve myself, and I've got an active saboteur in Donald Trump, who's the president of the United States, and he's pulling the blocks out from under me for me to move up, for me to get my education, trying to push me and people like me back into the Jim Crow state of America. And then I find out my favorite singer or my favorite rapper or my favorite actor or actress is supporting the man that's trying to push me and my family, my children, or whomever backwards into a second-class citizen status. Yeah, I'm going to be upset with you. I'm not going to fill your coffers with my ticket money anymore, or downloading your music, your streams, buying your merchandise. I'm done with you because you betrayed me. And some people are, well, why is that a betrayal? People can choose who they want. Yes, they can. But here's an eye-opener. You can be Republican and conservative, but supporting George W. Bush or Mitt Romney is different than supporting Donald Trump. Donald Trump has expressed his hatred and disdain for people like me. And yet there you are supporting what he thinks about me, supporting his pushback on DEI that helps me have a level playing field to move up in the world. Says I'm from a shithole country. And by you donating to him or voting for him, you think that way also. Although it seems incongruous because on the surface, you look like me. But you have separated yourself from your fans once you got in the big house. And I don't mean in Donald Trump's house. I mean in your own big house economically. Maybe you're worth 6-7 million. Maybe you're worth 50 million as reportedly Nick Cannon is worth. Or who knows how many millions as reportedly Nicki Minaj is worth. So here's what it comes down to, in my opinion. People have to make a choice when they move up from their humble beginnings and they're black and they make it in the world, but they still depend on that core fan base that got them there. You got to decide if you are identifying with where you came from or where you're at. And people get caught up with where they're at. And that's when they spit in the face of the people that got them there.
So I talked about this a few posts ago, that we need to stop being shocked that celebrities do horrible things to children, do horrible things to women, and do horrible things to black and brown people. We need to stop being shocked. Okay?
We need to understand. And I like, I don't know why I don't know why we actually, I guess because I actually worked in the entertainment business, and I worked in media, and I had close proximity to either people who worked with celebrities, or I have been around people who have once were not celebrities. I worked with them and now they are celebrities. Okay. And when I tell you the stories that you hear when you work in theater, television, and film, when you are a professional in theater, television, and film, a lot of us actors and writers and musicians, I guarantee you, if you meet with a professional actor, writer, musician, dancer who is 35 and older, they will tell you they are not shocked by these celebrities showing up in the media now with this crazy shit. There were stories of these people circulating. And also, there are a lot of expectations of artists, professional A-list artists. There are expectations in the industry that you have to ask, like, so when you meet a musician or an actor or writer who has been in the business for 20 plus years and they're not famous or they're not constantly working, and they're good, and they're really good at what they do. Like, they're really good. I guarantee you, if you have a conversation with those artists, those professional artists, you will see that they are 10 toes down self-advocates. They are unapologetically not going to compromise their integrity. They are not going to compromise their blackness or brownness or feminine energy. They are not going to allow people to fuck them over. They also don't have to feel, they don't have to be in proximity to white maleness. They don't give a fuck about white male energy. And they don't have to feel like they have to compromise their blackness or compromise their femininity or compromise their thoughts on coexisting in a world that everybody has a right to exist in. So now when you're seeing these black celebrities popping up, supporting Trump and supporting these extremely right-wing, I don't even think they're, I mean, yeah, these right-wing, I think they're fascist, right? And so when you see, actually, I know they're fascist. Anyway, when you see these black celebrities supporting MAGA and Trump and these crazy ass politicians, and you're like, oh my gosh, I didn't know Chilli would donate $900 to MAGA and Trump, right? And be a Trump supporter, right? I don't understand why you would be shocked by that. That is why Chilli still remains in the circles of Hollywood, in the circles of, relevancy. I don't know why you're shocked that Snoop Dogg talks about his support for Trump. Even though just a few years ago, he was like, oh no, well, all these punks and blah, blah, blah. And now he's performing at MAGA rallies. Because you don't understand. Why they are celebrities in the first place is because they compromise their integrity. They are willing to fuck over who they really are and the people who got them to be who they are. They're willing to fuck over their blackness. They're willing to fuck over their femininity. They're willing to fuck over their communities. They're willing to fuck over their sexuality. They're willing to fuck over everything so they can remain relevant in the industry and get paid to do it. What you don't understand is that why a lot of you guys are saying, like, well, I don't understand, like you look at a lot of these celebrities who are making millions of dollars or not even making millions of dollars. They're staying extremely relevant and they're working and they're always showing up on your phones, on your televisions, on your Spotify. They're always popping up, right? And you're like, I don't understand, because they don't have that much talent. Because I know there are so many other artists who have way more talent than them, and they're not always on my feed because they're not being paid for their talent. They're being paid for their compromise, how they compromise who they really are. They're being paid to push an agenda from a group of people who are aligning themselves with oppression, suppression, with mass incarceration, with mass deportation, with mass genocide, with just genocide and theft. They are aligning themselves with people who have an agenda, an ultimate agenda. And whether they realize the ultimate agenda or not, they know that part of the reason to stay relevant is they have to align themselves with the evil so they can continue to get paid, so they can continue to be in the limelight. Because really, truly, at the core of them, they don't care about the art. They care about being on the stage in front of you. They care about still being able to just be at the red carpets, to be at the awards, to be in those rooms where they can be a part of what's going on so they can continue to be paid, so they can continue to be relevant. So it feeds them, it fuels their ego. And they're willing to sacrifice all of us so that they can continue to stay relevant to feed their ego. And it has been like that for decades. So I really need you guys to stop being shocked that celebrities are doing this. There are way more. That's why these celebrities have been quiet the last 18 months. Because they want to stay relevant in the white gaze. They want to stay relevant in this evil media gaze. And who can use media to the utmost to even fuel even more of his evil and power? Trump. So they know this. They know that right now, the mainstream media is all about Trump. And they are afraid to lose that bullshit ass, big ass house they have, those bullshit luxury cars they have. So they have to align themselves with things that ultimately really destroy them and everybody that they're supposed to care about around them. Stop being shocked. Stop. They're all doing it.
Anyways, thank you so much, guys, for watching to this point of this video. And you guys can even see the one of Chilli, baby, Chilli. Where this lady, this celebrity, so-called celebrity, was literally rocking with every single person. And now the fact that she's denying it. All up to your chest. Hit your chest and said, yes, I am supporting MAGA. Nobody's going to beat you. You are an adult. You have the right to support whosoever you want to support. But do you know what she's scared of? She's scared of black people boycotting her. She knows that the moment she said that, and black people literally decide to boycott every single thing that is concerning Chilli, she is definitely going to be doomed. You see, a lot of them love to get things from black people. A lot of them want black people support, but they don't want to do the right thing. That was how we were just sitting down looking Nicki Minaj switch. Before you know, we start seeing Nicki Minaj in Turning Point, trying to console the mourning widow, trying to tell her, I got your back, you are a strong person. Before we know, we started seeing Nicki Minaj with the orange man, where they literally need to come hug, where she was literally thinking that she was given a gold card, and at the end of the day, it was fake. It's just a whole lot to deal with this celebrity, honestly. And that's why I tell myself I'm also a celebrity. Take it or leave it, honestly. So instead of me spending my money, going to get tickets, going to get this, going to get that, on behalf of another celebrity that will never in her life or in his life see me and recognize me, I rather stay in my house. Yes. Most of the celebrities are looking for wealth only. They are not satisfied. You know when they said money answereth all things? That is what they just want. Give them money, they are ready to do anything. Give them money, they are ready to support anybody you want them to support. Give them money, they are just good to go. Forgetting that people's integrities matters a lot to you. Chilli is scared of losing black people. She's scared. She's scared of letting black people go. She's scared of going out to her chest and be like, yeah, I'm MAGA. What will happen? You guys go to hell. She's scared. Chilli is scared. And that is why she cannot come and roll. But trust black community to go in, dig deep, bring out all her likes, all her posts, and every single thing that she have done in the past. Black Americans, boycott whosoever you want to boycott when it comes to this celebrity. In fact, stop spending your money on all of these their nonsense concert, what they call it, concerts, their shows. Just rest. Let the people that they are literally supporting, let them go and support. They know that the moment black people withdraw, there is going to be a problem. They're going to be looking for customers. Remember what happened to Destination Smokehouse, where black Americans said, okay, since this is how it's going to be, we are not going to go to Destination Smokehouse anymore. We are going to be supporting Mr. Tenderism. And at the end of the day, what is the result? You can see that black people have power, whether you like it or not. But anyways, let me know what you think. Credit belongs to original creators of every single clips and stitches we have in our today's episode. I want to say a very big thank you to every single one of you. Liking, commenting, sharing, dropping super thanks, and also joining my membership. I do not take you guys for granted. You guys are absolutely the best. And yes, with that being said, with no further ado, I do add the quality in my videos. I'm going to be saying bye, and I'll see you guys in my next one. For now, bye guys. I love you guys. Mwah.